Welcome to A Poor Millionaire with your host, Curtis. Today we're going to do a little bit of a self-help video. Personal growth, yes. You might be sitting out there in YouTube land watching videos and assuming that millionaires or successful people have lots and lots of talent. Well, that's not true. There are lots of rich people who are very talented. There's lots of talented people who are very poor. And there's some people in between who are like me who are both poor and a millionaire at the same time. So, this is a 10 things that require zero talent. This is an awesome video idea. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I have to make a video about this because it's so true. These are the 10 reasons. I'm just going to read them off and then I'm going to talk about them one by one. 10 things that require zero talent. 1, being on time. 2, work ethic. 3, effort. 4, energy. 5, body language. 6, passion. 7, doing extra. 8, being prepared. 9, being coachable. And 10, attitude. These are 10 things that require zero talent. Number 1, pressing the like button. That requires zero talent. So please do that now. Press the like button. And if you like my content, why don't you subscribe while you're at it? And of course, you can always ring the bell. Number 1 is actually being on time. This is one of the biggest things in life, is just to show up on time. Be where you say you're going to be, when you're going to be where you say you're going to be when you need to be there. Period. Show up on time. If you make an appointment with someone for 7 o'clock, you show up at 7 o'clock. And it's not just for their benefit, it's also for your benefit because it builds that internal accountability for yourself. That way, when you say, hey, I'm going to do this, your brain's like, well, he always does this, so he's going to do that. So when you say, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire in, let's say, 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, if you're constantly doing what you say you're going to do, you say you're going to be on time, you're going to say you're showing up on time. It's just like coming to work. Every day at work, be on time. How do you be on time? Well, the number 1 way you be on time is you show up early. You don't have to be super early, but you always need to be early. That way you've got at least a 10-minute window where if something goes wrong, traffic, whatever, then you'll be on time. So, but if you have to travel for an hour to get to work, then my recommendation is be there 30 minutes ahead of time because you never know when that traffic's going to hit. And everybody's got an excuse. It's like when you're late to work, your boss sees that you're late to work like 3 times a week, and you're like, well, traffic was hectic. No, traffic wasn't hectic. You're trying to skimp the time exact. What you should be doing is instead of leaving an hour early, you should leave an hour and 30 minutes early. That way, if you show up early, you can always play on the internet, or you could actually get ahead and start work, or you could actually do some research on real estate and start becoming a millionaire. Lots of things you could do when you show up at the office early. Plus, you could get there ahead of time and get ready for the day and make sure that you're extremely productive so you can get a raise from your boss. So you got 2 things there. Number 1, you're going to be on time. And then number 2, you're going to show up early and get that raise. Number 2, work ethic. This is massive. Work ethic requires zero talent. Think about it. You're not that talented, but you've got a strong work ethic. You can obviously do circles around a person who does have talent. The old saying is everything is 99% perspiration and 1% talent, or inspiration, which is talent. So, work ethic is definitely a thing that requires zero talent that can really increase your efforts and make you a lot of money. So have a strong work ethic, you will make a lot of money. You will be successful. You do the effort, you do the work, you're going to end up with some results. And if your work ethic is stronger than other people, you're going to be able to beat them, even if they are more talented than you are. Number 3, effort. Very similar to work ethic, but effort is doing everything you can, working as hard as you can, actually putting in the time. This is the consistency. This is like I told you before in another video. You take a bucket of water, you pour it on a rock, water just goes off of it. You put a drip on a rock, over time, you'll drill a hole through the rock. That's effort, consistency and effort. Actually, consistency should be on here. I'm going to replace number 3, effort, with consistency, because that is the key to success, is consistency. Number 4, energy. Energy is get up and go. All right, that requires zero talent. Some people have a lot of energy, and that is a key to success. Now, if you don't have energy, there are ways that you can get energy. You can get excited about your goals. You can get excited about your job. You can get excited about what you're doing, and you can knock it out and make it happen. That is number 4, energy. You can drink caffeine, drink some coffee, get excited, get moving. Motion creates emotion, and emotion get things done. Get rolling. Get excited. Get excited. Do big gestures. That wakes you up. That gets the energy flowing. Walk around. Take a exercise. Obviously, that increases. All these things increase energy. Caffeine in the morning, exercise, walking around, talking, using big words, big gestures. Get going. Energy. It requires zero talent to be an idiot, right? But at least you're going to get that energy, and that energy level is going to be important for your success. Number 5, body language. Now, body language is how you present yourself to the world. This is you want to exude confidence. You want people to believe you when you say things, because everyone's going to need to believe that when you say, "Hey, I want to be successful," or "I want to achieve this goal," "I want to be a millionaire," or "I want to be a rich millionaire." Whatever it is that you want to obtain, you got to have that confidence in your body language, so people believe you, because you've got to believe it and they've got to believe it, and they're not going to believe it if you're all, "Hi, my name's Curtis. I really want to be successful today." No, you got to spread out. You got to spread out. You got to spread out a little bit. I know there's a lot of people out there saying shouldn't spread out, but confident people are relaxed. Relaxed is spread out. It's not all trying to make yourself into the smallest little space you can get into, right? Body language creates confidence, creates energy. This requires zero talent. I know lots of people who have tons of confidence and zero talent, which, it's still good to have the confidence. Obviously, you're going to have all the other 10 skills if you have just great confidence. The body language creates the confidence, creates the energy, creates the success. So, Number 5 being body language. Super important that you understand that you need to look the part. You need to exude confidence. You need to have energy. You need to be boisterous. You need to talk to people. You need to present to people that you are trustworthy and confident and that you believe what you're saying. Number 6, passion. Passion is extremely important. It requires zero confidence. It requires a lot of confidence. No, passion. Number 6 is passion. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. This requires zero talent. There's no talent in passion. Passion just means that you believe in something, you want something, you're doing something, you're involved in it. You really want to do it. All right, your emotions are wrapped up in it. Now, I used to get really passionate about my old job, and maybe too passionate. I get passionate about making money, and I'm just like, I get too wrapped up in it, and then I lose some money, and then I flip out. And that's probably the worst part about being passionate. But the good part about being passionate, and the part you want to focus on, is being passionate about what you're doing. Don't just be like, well, it's okay if I do it. It'll be all right. No, you got to be, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is exciting. This is what I want to do. I'm going to make this a success. You're going to make a success. We're going to be successful together. Let's do this. It's like when you're building a company and you're trying to get other people to come on board with the company. You got to be excited about the company. You got to say, hey, this is why we're going to succeed. Hey, this is what we're doing. This is awesome. Check this out. You'll be like, hey, we got all these great ideas. You need to join our team. Zero talent. That requires zero talent. Just requires passion. You can be passionate and not have talent. That was number 6. Doing extra is number 7. Doing extra. Extra, always do extra. This is how you get ahead in life. And no one ever got ahead by not doing extra. If you're not doing extra, you're not going to get ahead. And does that require talent to do extra? No, it doesn't require talent. It just requires effort. It requires you actually doing extra. When your boss says works 8 hours a day, you should work a little bit extra. Like I said, show up 30 minutes early, plan your day. That extra 30 minutes of planning could save you. You could double your productivity and actually get more accomplished in that 8-hour day. Let's do an extra. The other extra is thinking ahead, and it requires zero talent to do extra. Be extra. Being prepared is number 8. Be prepared. If you are trying to accomplish something, being prepared is right up there with doing extra. Being prepared is doing extra. Being prepared means you have everything lined up and ready to go. It's just like I said, getting to work early, 30 minutes ahead of time, or 15 minutes, or even 10 minutes, and getting prepared for the day. You are prepared for everything that's going to be necessary. And it's also, you're drawing out a plan. Being prepared is basically like making your goal list and then knocking it out and making sure you're ready. When you roll into something, when you're trying to convince someone to join your team, or you're trying to buy a house, or you're trying to invest in something, you need to do the extra and be prepared. Be prepared for what you're doing. It requires zero talent to just be prepared. Have everything that you need. It's like you show up at a job and you're not dressed correctly. You're not mentally prepared. You don't have your energy high. You don't have your passion high. That is not being prepared. You need to come in, be ready, be on time, be early, be passionate, and have that work ethic, right? These are all the things that you need to do to be prepared. Requires zero talent. Number 9, being coachable. It is extremely important that you are coachable so that other people can guide you in the way to get things done. If you find a mentor, or you're in a company and your boss is your mentor, you've got to be coachable. He's got to say, hey, what do you think about this idea? And you've got to actually listen to what he's saying, and you got to try to work with it. And that requires zero talent. Just to simply listen to other people's ideas, try to see it through their point of view, and try to make it happen the way they see it. So when you hire someone onto your company that you started, you need to listen to them. Sometimes you hire someone who's actually smarter than you are in a certain area. They should be. That's why you hired them. So they can be smarter in a certain area. They can actually coach you on how you can get smarter, and vice versa. You can coach them. All that requires zero talent. Being coachable from your boss requires zero talent. You've got to be coachable. That is number 9. Number 10, attitude. Attitude is one of the biggest things. When you're working at a company, you know the guy who has the bad attitude. You know the guy who has a great attitude. Like, who do you think is more likely to succeed? The guy with a good attitude or the guy with a crappy attitude? The guy with the crappy attitude is the one always complaining about everything. Everything's a problem. And you don't even want to work with him. You're like, I don't know if I want to work with Frank. Frank is always bad attitude. But Jimmy's always got a great attitude. I go talk to Jimmy and I'm like, hey, this is what we need. And Jimmy's like, I'm going to get it done. Let's do this. This sounds great. He's passionate, All this requires zero talent. Jimmy could have less talent than the other guy who has the bad attitude. And Jimmy could be doing a better job just based on attitude. Just basically having a positive attitude. Positive attitude creates positive outcomes. These are 10 things that you can do that requires 10 things that you can do that requires zero talent. Think about it. Winning isn't always about the most talented person. It's about the person who does these 10 things. Number 1, be on time. Number 2, work ethic. Number 3, effort. Number 4, energy. Number 5, body language. Number 6, passion. Number 7, doing extra. Number 8, being prepared. Number 9, being coachable. And number 10, attitude. You do these 10 things and you will be successful. You will get ahead in any endeavor that you choose to. You want to be a millionaire? You do those 10 things, you can beat a guy who's twice as talented, 5 times as talented, has the whole world by him. But if he's not doing those 10 things and you're doing them, you're going to beat him every time. I have gone to sales floors and met guys who are so much more talented than me. And they're doing great sales, but I did the work effort, I did the attitude, I did the passion, I showed up on time, I showed up ahead of time, I worked my butt off, and I beat them. Not because I was more talented, they had more talent, but also because I was coachable. I listened to how they were doing it, and I said, hey, this guy knows what he's doing, this guy is getting things done, I need to listen to what he's doing, I need to be coachable, I need to be open to the ideas of what he's trying to accomplish, and that's how I beat him. And then basically it was work effort and passion and doing it over and over again. Effort, just knocking out that effort, doing extra. having a good attitude. And over time, I beat every single sales rep in the company I used to work for a long time ago. If you're out there, hi guys, nice seeing you. Anyway, you can be successful, guys. You can be successful and not have a lot of talent. And what's really weird about talent, let's talk about talent for a second, because this is, let's talk about talent for a second, because this is very interesting. Most people have so much talent, they don't even realize how much talent they have. But they make excuses. They say, oh, I'm not as talented as Frank. Frank's got all the talent. Everything Frank does is just effortless. Every human being has innate talent that they're just waiting to be used. And if you do these 10 things that don't require talent, guess what? Talent's going to come. Opportunity, chance favors preparation. If you're prepared for opportunity and you work your butt off, you will get lucky. And I'd rather be lucky than talented. However, like I said, everyone's talented. Everyone's talented in different ways. You might have a different talent. You might not have found your talent. Your talent might be just entrepreneur and nothing else. That's your only talent, is starting businesses and making money. That's your only talent. You don't have any other talent, but you don't know, because everything else you've done up till now hasn't been that. This could be your ultimate talent. Or your talent could be playing the violin. You don't know. But even then, every human being has multiple talents. I don't think you just have one talent. So, but you don't need talent to succeed. However, you are talented. You can succeed without talent, but I guarantee you're a lot more talented than you realize. I go through this all the time with myself. I get down on myself and I start negative attitude, and I start thinking, hey, I'm not as talented as I think I am. And I have to remember all the things that I've done that were very talented. And then I also have to remember all the people who sit there and go, man, that guy has it so easy. He's so talented. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I am talented. I screwed up. So, but basically, if you go back to these 10 things that don't require talent, your talent's going to start rising to the surface. When you're being on time, when you have good work ethic, when you put in the effort, when you have great energy, when your body language is great, when you're passionate, when you're doing the extra, and when you're prepared, and when you're being coachable, and you have a good attitude, you're going to get your talent is going to just automatically ooze out from you. And people are going to assume you're super talented. You could be like, thinking that you're not talented at all. You do these 10 things in your job or at your company, or when you're trying to build your business. You do these 2 things that require zero talent. You're going to start looking talented. Everybody's going to go, that guy's so talented, or that girl, you're so talented. That woman is so talented. How can she be? And all you're doing is things that don't even require talent, but you come across as having talent. So guys, do these 10 things. Remember 2 things. Number 1, you don't need talent to succeed. But number 2, you're talented. Everyone out there is talented. Everyone can bring out talent they didn't even know they had. So, also, one last thing. Remember to subscribe and like my video. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and I've got to get that subscription. I've got to get those subscriptions up, and I've got to get those likes up so I can get my video out to more people. So more people can hear 10 things that don't require talent, but you are very talented. Remember that. Thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a great night.